1945, every major power lay in ruins. Europe was burning. Asia was broken. Yet one nation emerged richer, stronger, and more powerful than ever before. How did the United States rise from a regional power to the most dominant superpower in human history almost overnight? This is not an accident. This is strategy. This is timing. This is power. Before World War II, the global order looked very different. For centuries, Europe dominated the world. Britain ruled the seas. France controlled vast colonies. Germany was an industrial giant. Japan rose as a military empire in Asia. The United States, however, was not yet the center of the world. Yes, America had industrial strength. Yes, it had resources, but politically, it was largely isolationist. After World War I, the US chose not to lead the world, but to withdraw from it. Americans rejected the League of Nations. They avoided European conflicts. Their army ranked behind several European powers. In the 1930s, America was also suffering. The Great Depression had shattered the economy. Unemployment soared. Banks collapsed. Factories shut down. No one, not even Americans themselves, expected the United States to dominate the world. Then came World War II. When World War II began in 1939, America still stayed out. Europe fought. Asia burned. America watched. It was not until December 7th, 1941, when Japan attacked Pearl Harbor, that everything changed. Overnight, the United States entered the war, not as a victim, but as a sleeping industrial giant awakening. And what followed was unprecedented. World War II devastated nearly every major power. Europe, cities destroyed, industries bombed, millions dead. Japan, nuclear devastation, factories ruined, economy collapsed. Soviet Union, victory came at the cost of 27 million lives. Now compare that to America. No major cities bombed. No destroyed infrastructure. Industrial capacity expanded, not reduced. By 1945, the US produced over 50% of the world's industrial output, controlled 2/3 of the world's gold reserves. America did not just survive the war, it profited from it. Before World War II, the US struggled with unemployment. War changed that. Factories shifted to tanks, planes, ships, weapons. By 1944, America was producing one plane every 5 minutes, one ship per day. Over 17 million Americans were employed in war industries or military service. The government spent massive amounts of money, but instead of destroying wealth, it created it. War turned the United States into the world's largest manufacturer, the world's largest exporter, the world's financial backbone. In 1944, as the war was ending, something crucial happened. The Bretton Woods Conference. 44 nations met, but only one nation controlled the system: the United States. The dollar was declared the world's reserve currency, backed by gold. This meant global trade depended on US dollars. Countries stored American currency. The US could borrow cheaply and influence economies. No empire in history had ever controlled global finance like this. Europe lay in ruins. America offered help, but with conditions. The Marshall Plan, 1947. Over $13 billion invested in Europe, funded rebuilding of factories, roads, and economies. But this was not charity. It ensured European countries became economically tied to America. US corporations gained markets. Communism was blocked. America rebuilt Europe and made itself indispensable. By the end of World War II, the US had the largest navy, the largest air force, the only nuclear weapons on Earth. Atomic bombs dropped on Hiroshima and Nagasaki were a brutal message. America now held ultimate power. Military bases spread across Europe, Asia, Middle East. The first time in history, one nation could project power globally. After World War II, the world split into two camps. Capitalism, led by the USA. Communism, led by the USSR. This rivalry shaped the next 45 years. America formed NATO, protected Western Europe, controlled global institutions like the IMF and World Bank. Even when not directly fighting, America influenced wars, governments, and economies worldwide. The Cold War cemented U.S. dominance. Power isn't only military, it's culture. Politics, music, fashion, fast food, lifestyle. American culture spread faster than armies. The world didn't just fear America, it copied America. Blue jeans, jazz, movies, brands, from Coca-Cola to McDonald's. American identity became global. U.S. investment, universities, research, science, led to Silicon Valley, internet, space dominance. The moon landing in 1969 was more than science. It was a statement. America leads the future. No power rises forever. Even as America ruled, cracks began forming. Vietnam exposed limits of U.S. power. Despite massive spending, superior weapons, America failed. The war shook confidence at home and abroad. In 1971, U.S. abandoned the gold standard. Dollar remained dominant, but unsecured debt increased. Manufacturing declined. Jobs moved overseas. America shifted from producer, consumer, civil rights struggles, political polarization, cultural wars. Power weakens when unity breaks. China's rise, Europe's recovery, technological diffusion. America is no longer alone at the top. Empires rise, empires fall. Rome, Britain, Spain, all believed they were permanent. America's rise after World War II was unprecedented, but so were the conditions that allowed it. The world today is changing again. So the question is simple, but dangerous. Was America's rise a once-in-history moment, or the beginning of a slow and inevitable decline? History is watching.